Gonna do that?
Yeah, yeah. We're on now, Puga.
Okay.
Let's talk about next video.
Okay, so scroll up, please.
All
This
right.
is very distracting.
So,
So what we're
alright.
going to show today is the math library. So up to now we've only been using one single library, which is the standard input-output library, which is include IOStream.
Yes.
Or I guess the IOStream library, and we're just including it. So we're now including something called CMath. Now you can always look up the reference in Google or in the C++ reference site. So we're gonna basically take our program that we already wrote. We already wrote last time, and we're just gonna tweak it a little bit to do some stuff that the math library allows us to do, which are some functions like power, square root, floor, and ceiling. So
there's also more functions. I mean, you just go look on Google and find out which functions are included into the math library.
Yep. So we're only covering power, square, floor, and ceiling. So we tweaked our little menu at the top to take care of that. You can hover over there, Kevin. 1 power, 2 square root, 3 floor, 4 ceiling, and now we're gonna tweak our little switch statement to do as, I guess, as mandated.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, but alright, so you gotta look up what each one of the functions does for you to be able to use them correctly. So the specifications for power is, if you can hover over the power over there. Yeah, so pow, and then in the parentheses is base, comma, exponent. So
yes.
To get the power of some base at some exponent, the first one is the base, the second one is the exponent. Just like that. So to make this program a little bit more versatile, we are not putting just numbers that are constant. We're actually asking you to give us numbers we want to, or I guess you want to calculate the power of. Right?
Yep.
So we ask you for the base, we ask you for the exponent, and we execute the function for you.
Yep, right there. And it doesn't get stored like usual or just like before. It just gets executed inside of the cout statement.
Yep. And you can always store it if you want to, but we're not doing this. We're not doing it for this time.
Yeah.
All right. And so case 2 is we're gonna take the square root, and once again you have to look at the specifications to actually know how the function works. So the little descriptions in C++ reference, we can actually pull it up in a little bit, but anyway, so enter a number to take the square root of, you get the number, and we see out the result of the square root of x. Okay, now next one, it is floor. This is not your typical, I guess, math function.
Yeah, you usually don't. Well, I guess sometimes you
I've
do.
used it. I used it in Java for I actually figured out how to run a switch.
For the hash.
Yeah, remember how to do the hash? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The hash.
That was hilarious. Anyway, you guys don't have to know about this, but we had to do some dumb stuff to figure out how to make a switch statement on our hash table. Anyway.
Yep.
So you're supposed to enter a number for us to floor, and you enter the number, and we pass it to the function which is called floor of x. Floor chops off anything that is after the base value. So let's say if I had like 4.3533999 or something like that, I'll just get 4. If I had 9.9999999, I'd get 9. Alright? And then we're going to do the next one, which is ceiling. And ceiling is the opposite, sort of.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, since it's pretty similar to the code from case 3, I'm just going to take this code, borrow it for a little bit. So let's do that. And, well, I guess I won't be borrowing it for a little bit. So
I am going to laugh if they can hear this.
I hope not.
Because then this video is going to have to get remade.
They'd love it because it's awesome music.
Yeah, Kevin. Okay,
So for the function name for ceiling is
Seal?
not. Yeah, it's not
It's
just
not
the name.
ceiling,
It's
it's
that.
seal.
So that's how we call a function. You just use the name of the function, open the parentheses, pass a variable to it or a number, and then it returns a value.
We're pretty close to actually showing you guys how to do functions, so you don't have to worry too much about this until later.
This is just to get you sort of introduced to using functions.
I remember I always wondered what the heck were we doing when like you actually use functions all the time already, but you don't know it. And
oh yes, so many.
Why don't you pull up the C++ reference page so we can show them where to find this stuff?
Okay.
Yeah, we were actually looking at it not so long ago.
So yeah, if you just go on Google and you can look up some things. Here's what's all in the C math library.
You know,
and
I wonder if there's some sort of like legal problem we can get into just because of showing a website.
Nah, it's fine. It's the internet. We're showing off the internet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So yeah, this would be a great place for your references.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're having trouble with some problem and you actually want to understand what's going on or what problems you're having, you pull up the reference site and you just start looking around, start reading, take a little bit of your time and just,
Yeah.
Yep.
So if we go back, so I think our program's done.
I also think it is done. Wow.
Ooh.
Where's the dot slash?
It's okay, Puga.
No, it's not. Okay. Fair enough. The reason why you gotta put the dot slash is because I remember Donna saying something like they're gonna discontinue that, just doing that or whatever. I don't know. She said to just put dot slash in front of it. So I am doing as I am told. Anyway.
Right, so if we follow the program, we're gonna enter a number, and
that's choice 1.
Yep.
All right, I want 5. To the second power.
To the second power, so that should be what?
25.
I think you're right, Puga. All right, so let's run it again.
So square root.
Number 2.
9.
The 9. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh. You're so good at this, Puga.
You don't know what square root of 9 is?
It's 3. It told me right there. That's why I made this program, so I don't have to know that stuff.
Yeah, actually.
What you want me to tell you what the square root of a million is? Let's see. Let's see what the square root of like some number is.
I don't know what that is.
You know what that is, Puga? I'll tell you what it is. It's 14.1421.
Okay.
Bet you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so let's find the floor. Now the floor, for the people who don't know what floor is, it's just like whatever decimal point number, it's always rounded down. So if we put in like...
Put like 4.99999.
Yeah, well, I'll do this one first. I'll put in like 1, 2.
No.
And I'll do that, and hey, it's 4. Yeah, that's close. Whatever, rounding. But then we do the same thing, and we use Puga's number. We do 4.99999. No matter how close we are, it's still 4.
Yeah.
And the opposite is true for the ceiling. For 5.999, it rounds up to the next whole number. And oops, derp. And then if I am like 5.0000001, and I round up.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, and it's useful for like some specific things like our hash tables that we did a while ago.
Anyway, there's one disgusting thing I just saw in our code. Look at that space.
It's okay.
No, it's horrible. Look at that extra space.
Puga.
Anyway, you guys don't want to have that extra space like that.
To make Puga happy, we're just gonna have to take this out.
That is right. If I am not happy, nobody can be happy. I learned that from my house. What? My mom taught me that.
God, there you go,
if
Puga.
I can't be happy, no one's happy. Okay.
Alright, so I'll just hit
Q.
Q.
What? How come it quit?
Because that's our default case, Puga.
Oh, that's right. That is the default case. You made it be 0. Q is that? Yeah. Okay. Wait. How come it didn't explode? Because you're entering a Q into an integer.
Because that's our default case, Pooga. The default case takes any other input.
Oh, that's right. We did a default case. I'm having some senior moments over here.
We're doing C++ today.
All right. Well, anyway,
All right.
that was a good little tidbit on how to
Some
do
functions, using functions, specifically math functions.
Yes,
using a new library.
You're probably gonna have to use this at some point. Once again, if you have any problems, I would suggest opening up the C++ reference site and actually looking up how they work, because it gives you a pretty nice example too on how to use them.
Yes, it does.
And I am going to be upset at Kevin if you guys can hear anything else. I will see you guys.
All right.